Let's pause for a moment today on this lovely snowy day and consider what we do in our day hab and senior care settings. I have this little piece that I found from Santa Clara University. While everyday activities stimulate the brain and lead to cognitive benefits, active learning is a complex process and can be considered an ideal means of cognitive stimulation. It can be simply learning something new and stimulating, such as gardening or being involved in a group discussion on a current topic. Are the things that we're doing in day hab and senior care settings stimulating? Are we doing all we can for people with cognitive disabilities? And I know, especially as a parent, it's not easy coping with the challenges of the day, personal behaviors, transportation issues, limited funds, but the people in our care deserve our creativity. So today, I'd like to present, I think, a stimulating idea for an activity art on the web, visiting museum collections on the web, looking, observing, and thinking. Putting the pictures up on your smartboard or smart TV and starting a discussion to the best of everyone's abilities. And I know in many day settings, the capabilities have a huge range, but it can't hurt to get everybody involved in something that they may not have experienced before. None of us stop learning. We can bring the world to people. We can show them things that they may never have seen before. And by doing so, we're helping them focus, we're helping them learn how to observe. So here's a particular favorite of mine, a painting by John Sargent. It's Lady Agnew. I'm a huge Sargent fan. So if we put this up on a screen of this lady in the chair, here are some sample questions that we could ask a group. What do you see? What are the colors of her dress? The colors of the chair? The color of her hair? Who is she looking at? Is she wearing any jewelry? What do you think she's thinking about? Is she happy or sad? Can we look at the person sitting next to us in our program and tell us the colors of that person's clothes? What makes this painting different from a photo? Anyone want to try and draw a picture of the person sitting next to them? When do you think this painting was made? Is that a long time ago? We see here the painting was made in 1892, but it can never hurt to ask people, what day is it? What year is this? So the online collections of museums are huge and feature so many things: paintings, statues, drawings, armor, clothing, jewelry, and so much is there to view, and it's all free. The collections have been digitized, and lots of times you can actually download the pictures and do things offline. The collections let you search for art from certain periods, certain places, and many other search filters. So here's a search engine for the collection of the Metropolitan Museum in New York. It's absolutely incredible how many filters they have. I just did a filter by paintings. I just wanted some highlights of their collection. Here's some that came through. A variety of paintings that show people in the audience how many different styles of painting there are, all from around the world, from various places, from the very realistic Copley painting of Mrs. John Winthrop over to the lighthouse at Two Lights from Edward Hopper. That is an incredible demonstration of Hopper's ability to use light in his painting, to the Van Gogh painting, his self portrait, which is so impressionistic and so different as far as the brush strokes, what he's looking at, the colors that are involved. So much that you could learn from this. And you could ask the group, which ones do they like? Why do they like it? Do they like the more realistic ones? Or do they like the ones that have that vibrant color and aren't as exact? I don't know which is the best. What do they think is best? And while looking at art on the web is a lot of fun, nothing beats the personal experience of visiting a museum. Many museums offer guided tours for people with disabilities, including learning disabilities. Many are free and just require you to plan for your visit ahead of time. Here are some examples from the Metropolitan's learning offerings. And so they have special trips for folks with developmental and learning disabilities and people on the autistic spectrum, visitors with dementia. So there's so many different things that they can get involved with. I took a group to a local museum that's part of the SUNY system, and all I had to do was to let them know in advance, and they were able to provide a docent that gave us a great tour. Your local museum may also provide very interesting tours like the one at the Whitney Museum in New York. Here they're offering verbal descriptions and touch tours, and then even a fun for families with kids on the autistic spectrum. So many, many things. Check out locally where you are. Hopefully, there's a local museum not too far away. And also check out their online resources. While the Whitney and the Metropolitan are huge organizations, you'd be surprised how much is on the web that local museums have posted. Absolutely incredible amount of information out there. So here's some links to online museum collections, from the Metropolitan, from the Museum of Modern Art in New York, and the National Gallery of Art down in Washington, D.C. All incredible collections that you can visit.